Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to look at the BRRRR method. Basically what BRRRR method means, how it works, and how you can utilize the BRRRR method in order for you to grow your real estate portfolio and do it without getting additional funds from investors or raising any money. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so what is BRRRR method and what does BRRRR stand for? First off, well, BRRRR stands for buy, rehab or renovate, rent, refinance, and repeat. So as the acronym is pretty self-explanatory, this process involves you purchasing an investment property, whether you're using your personal funds or getting hard money lender to borrow and purchasing the property and rehabbing it or renovating it. And then once it's market ready, you go ahead and find a tenant, rent out the property, and refinance the property at the new after repairs valuation, and then repeat. So basically, what's the benefit of doing a BRRRR method? Well, let's say you have limited funds. You only have $20,000. If you didn't use the BRRRR method, you would find one property, you would put all your money into that property, purchasing it, renovating it, and then once you rent it out, your money is pretty much locked up in that deal. So which essentially means is that you have to save or make more money from somewhere else in order for you to invest on the next deal. What the BRRRR method allows you to do is it allows you to scale using the same funds, right? So you can buy property A using that 20 grand, and once you have renovated it, rented it out, and then you put a tenant in there, you can go to the bank, refinance it, and pull out the money that you put in that deal. And sometimes if it's a good enough deal and if it's still cash flowing, you can pull out even more money and use that funds to the next deal on property B, right? So we'll look at a specific example next, but I want you to understand what the BRRRR method is and how it's beneficial to you as you grow your real estate portfolio using your own money. Alright guys, so let's look at a specific example of how the BRRRR method works and the benefit of utilizing this method, right? So let's say John is trying to purchase a property and invest, and he found a deal, a property selling for $50,000, and it needs about $20,000 worth of repairs. And that house will have an after repairs value, an ARV of $100,000, right? So which means that all in, once he has paid the sales price and the repairs for this house, not factoring the closing costs, we'll have to factor that in, but in this case, let's just say $20,000 in repairs includes the closing cost. He would be at 70% LTV. Now, most hard money lenders will loan up to 70% LTV of the ARV, and LTV is loan to value. And I've talked more about hard money lenders and what they are in another video, and I can do another video going in depth on how hard money lenders work. But typically hard money lenders are other investors that are wanting to loan out their money to other investors to purchase and invest in properties, and they're mostly interested in the deal itself and not necessarily the borrower's credit, right? So in this example, John can essentially buy the property, fix it up for no money down, right? Now, again, it has to be a great enough deal for it to work out, but in this case, he can go in, borrow $70,000 to buy, fix up the property, and no money out of pocket, right? And he can go to a traditional bank and refinance it for up to 80% LTV or loan to value, which means that in this particular example, he can go ahead, not only pay back the hard money loan, the $70,000 that he borrowed to buy and fix up the house, but he can also have $10,000 additional that he can pull out in cash out refi, right? Now, he has to pay closing costs out of the $10,000. Always keep that in mind. But for the most part, you get the idea how this works, how beneficial this could be. So essentially, John has no money into the deal, and he owns a house that has 30% or 80% or 20%, and if he's refining it, up to 80% loan to value, that has 20% equity in the house, and he can rent out that deal and make a positive cash flow. Ideally, you want to have a positive cash flow once you buy, fix up, and refinance. You want to be still have a positive cash flow. So in this example, let's say he can rent out this property for at least $1,000, and his mortgage is more likely mortgage all in, principal, interest, tax, insurance is more likely going to be, depending on the interest rate, around $600-700. So he can still cash flow about $200 to $300 easily, right? So all in, without having any money into the deal left, he's cash flowing. He owns a property and he's cash flowing every month, and plus he has equity in the deal when he decides to sell. So as you guys can see, this is a very valuable tool and a very valuable method to utilize in order for you to keep buying more properties and not have to wait until you can save more money or raise more money and you don't have money tied up into the deal. Alright guys, so basically that's how the BRRRR method works. It's pretty simple, straightforward. The key is finding the right deal at the lower amount, and that has the that doesn't need too much repairs. So it's very important for you to inspect and evaluate deals accordingly in order for you to do a BRRRR method properly, and that is successful at the end. Thanks again for watching the video. There's more videos that I've created in the past around how to inspect a deal, how to evaluate a deal. That will help you more. That'll provide you guidance on how to do that. With that being said, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Until next time, take care.